I'm causing Claire, and I cause your reality. So for today's manifestation session, as always, I'm going to invoke the energy and presence of the Enlightened Master Sri Nithyananda Swami and do the Guru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Yanamurtyam Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tadvamasya Dilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Everyone, good to see you. Glad you're joined. Hi, Melody. Okay, so today's super exciting day, and it is day 7 of Wealth Manifesting Under the Pillow. So I'm super excited to see how that practice went. And then I also had this like super intense vision of like what we need to do next, right? So we've really gotten people like the basic understanding of, you know, what manifestation is, that I'm what's called a causer, right? And I'm able to help people do their manifestations. Hi, loves. So good that you guys are joining. Hi from New Jersey. Awesome. Good to have all of you. I'm super excited for this session. So what I decided, or the cosmos decided, is that we're going to go back to basics today. Okay, so I'm going to teach you and take us all back to the fundamental basics of manifesting, because you need to have that base foundation level to build off of before we can get to like those next level manifestations. Okay, so when I originally created the TikTok channel, I was like, okay, I'm just going to start uploading some videos on manifesting. I know I can cause others' realities. Hey, Brazil in the house, right? I know I can cause other people's realities. So let's just start a channel and go from there. I hadn't really thought out the evolution of it. And what ended up happening is that obviously there was people that was super excited about it, but everyone that, you know, started, love you, Mermaid Gypsy, love you. I know I had a bad day yesterday. I'm doing much better today. I know you were thinking about it the second I saw you. So what I wanted for us to go back to today then is the basics, because people kept saying like, Claire, I want to manifest the lottery. Claire, I want to win this. Claire, I want to win that. And I want you to go big and I want you to go impossible. But I also have to teach you the basics, and I have to get you manifesting the basics. Hi, Mary. I have to get you manifesting the basics and understanding that foundation first, because without the belief that this works, it is very difficult to go to those high level types of manifestations. And it's even just as difficult for me as a causer to break down the barriers of what you're trying to accomplish. Hi from South Africa. Good to see you. Right? So I'm going to go through basics today. And it's super important, and I need us to nail the basics down. We're going to manifest the basics for the next 7 days. And then once I see where we're at in terms of our manifesting and the causing and the reality that we're creating, right? Okay, that's fair. I just want to manifest good grades for the exams I'm doing right now. Blessings. Tatas too. Okay, blessings for that. That is like something like that is what I'm talking about, right? Or hi, sweets. Hi, everybody. Right? So we're going to go back to basics. So basic number 1, okay? At the very basic level of manifesting, if you've never done it before, even if you just want to call it goals, right? It's scientifically proven, if you call it goals, that if you write it down, it is much more likely to happen. Okay? So write it down. Very first thing, always write down what you want to manifest. So I do this in a few different ways, and you can do it in whichever way that you feel comfortable. But what I do is I'll always have like a master sheet. Like my master sheet is actually underneath my guru's mat right now. I could pull it out and I have a master sheet. Okay, I have a master sheet of all the things that I've been working on manifesting. And I haven't looked at this in like, I don't know, maybe 6 months. I just leave it there and it sits there and I don't look at it. And then at some point in time, just like now, I'll pull it out and I'll look and I'll say, oh, what manifested? And I look and I can see that, and it tears me up because there's just like, you know, there's things that I've done and it's already done and over, and things I didn't think that were possible at the time. Okay, so that's the power of it. All right, so write down a master list of what it is you want to manifest and keep it in a sacred space for yourself. So for me, obviously, it's underneath my guru's mat. So I'll put my manifestations back under his. And yes, absolutely. Can you manifest so I can get out of debt? 100%. Yeah, all of this is possible, right? We can manifest anything. And hi, Melissa. Okay, so always write down what you want to manifest. Okay, my guru's name is Sri Nithyananda Swami. For those of you that are new, I'm an initiated disciple of Sri Nithyananda Swami. Okay, and actually something just popped up the second we started talking about this. I had a notification pop up. His YouTube channel right now is live with a Darshan. And I know there's a lot of you that have been wanting to catch a Darshan. So if you guys go to YouTube and you Google SPH Kailasa Nithyananda, can I type in comments? I'm just going to write it on a piece of paper. And what I'm saying is ditch my session and go watch that if you want. And I'm totally cool with that because there's no better space than him. So hold on. So if you go to YouTube and you look up SPH Kailasa Nithyananda, okay, you can go watch a live Darshan right now. And he is in the form of what he'll do is he'll have different deity gods land in his body and he'll give you the darshan of that. So for example, if you know who Ganesh is the elephant head with the human body, right? He could have that energy come and land in his body and he will look at you and he will give you the darshan of Ganesha. So the darshan, okay, I don't know if you're looking at if it's backwards. All right, so for those of you that have been wanting to catch one of those sessions, could you please put up that again? Yes, 100%. I am a practicing Hindu, yes. Okay, so SPH, you found it, awesome. Thanks, Mermaid Gypsy. Can you also please put, no, it's not paid. Can you, yeah, put it in the comments. If someone could SPH Kailasa Nithyananda in the comments. You can go catch it right now, or you can stay with me. It's totally up to you. I just know that some of you have been like waiting to have that glimpse of what I'm talking about. So for someone's asking, how can I manifest for someone other than yourself? Excellent question. So my Guru Sri Nithyananda Swami has initiated me to be able to use his energy and third eye, that space of enlightenment, to manifest for other people. People go to enlightened masters all the time and request blessings for healing, request blessings for wealth, abundance. There's, you know, if you were in India right now, there'd be temples everywhere, and you would often, if you're a Hindu, you're going to go to a temple just to receive the darshan of like a stone statue of a deity, right? So he's a living enlightened master, and I've been initiated by him in order to manifest others' realities, because the planet, I don't know if you've noticed, the planet is suffering. 25 True Soul, it's SPH, H as in hug, not SPS. So Kailasa, SPH. So that's for Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, because he's been named the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Okay, so that's why it's SPH. Okay, so yeah, you guys can go do that. I've been waiting for a session to happen while I'm doing one, so I could guide the people that have not been able to go see. Okay, now if you ask the question, YouTube, how's that going to happen? Like, There's no time and space, peeps. Time and space doesn't actually exist. As human beings, we came down and we decided to put a time, and we decided to put, you know, a day is when the sun goes up and the sun goes down, but really you could be anywhere in the world. And if you're getting a Darshan on YouTube and you're seeing the Enlightened Master and the Enlightened Master is not even seeing you, the Enlightened Master is seeing you because there's no time and space. It's omnipresent, right? So, like, I guess what, Claire, my manifestation more than worked. Double the amount I requested, it worked. Awesome. Good for you. I love it. So the question is, do you love Jesus? It's okay if you don't, but I do. That's fair. There's no, like, this isn't about religion. And my sessions aren't about religion. And I believe that Jesus was a great enlightened master. I do. I was raised Catholic. And then I ended up, you know, Hinduism is what I resonate with, but I don't judge anybody for the religion they follow. You can follow whatever you want. No, that's fair. You can ask any questions you want. If you follow like angels and God and Jesus and all that stuff, that's fine. There's no right or wrong here. There's no religion here. This is just about manifesting, and whatever. Are you able to do a career reading? Yes. So I can, it's okay. No worries. So you can literally, there's no time and space and there's no religion. Every religion is welcome. Every belief is welcome. Atheists are welcome. Agnostics, any religion is welcome. Hindus, and I do practice Hinduism, it's accepting of all other religions because we all believe that it's the same thing, just in different forms and different names. But at the end of the day, it's that there's an energy bigger than ourselves. And in Hinduism in particular, it's that we are part of that energy as well. Okay? So, okay, and Rach, is that for, is it a general reading or is it career related? Healing, like, even if it's for like energy healing, or if you want to be like a traditional healer, but yeah, healing is the route of a career that you should take. Okay, all right. So like Divya, okay, hi. Career, please. Yeah, Rach, so any healing, you have do a healing career. Okay, hold on one sec. And like, just to give you guys the heads up, there's going to be a lot of people that will show up in here and say like, oh, your guru's done this, that, and the other thing. You don't have to educate me. I know all the things, okay? End story is, he's been persecuted. He's been set up. He's had deep fakes happen. He's had a lot of that, okay? So just, I understand if it's not your thing, that's okay. You can just go to a different TikTok, okay? This TikTok is about manifestation and how we do that as a group together and how I co-create your realities, because I've been initiated to do so. Great blessing has been bestowed on me to be able to do this type of work. Yes, I'm from Canada. I'm in Alberta, okay? So, no, he's not a magician. He's not a magician. So, anyways, okay, so if you're not, no, I understand. So there's a lot of misinformation out there. All I can tell you is that my job here is, thank you so much, Mermaid Gypsy, if you can keep doing that. No, I'm not Indian. I was born in Canada. Neither of my parents are from India either. I just gravitated toward Hinduism. Okay, so let's get back to Manifestation 101. So number one, write it down, okay? So please write it down, and then write down what it is you want to create and put it in a sacred space, like a space that is makes you happy. See, when I smile, because I know where my thing is, right? I know that he is with my guru. Okay, so sacred space. Now, second thing that you want to do is, when there's a bunch of things that you want to create as your reality, the first thing that happens is that you doubt, right? You have doubts because that's what human beings do. Okay, so Bajwa Sima, what I would do, so at the end of this video, I always post a video with what we learned today. I'm going to put in the comments in that section, look for what I'm going to post on pregnancy and how you would work on pregnancy for manifestation purposes. Okay? All right. You can write it in, in a bowl of rice. That's a really good, yes, you can do it in a bowl of rice too. We do those, we do Vedic traditional ceremonies where we do write in a bowl of rice what it is that we are manifesting. So are there limits to manifestation? No, not at all. There is no ashram in Scarborough. There's a temple. Anyways, okay, next. When the doubts come up, right? Like when you doubt what it is that you're going to manifest, that's when I want you to do your journaling work. Okay? That's when I want you to journal it out. And specifically what I'm looking for you to journal is, why do you feel the way you feel? So let's say you want to, let's get deep. Let's do the ouchy stuff. Let's say you want to get pregnant and it hasn't happened. Okay? The very first time I ever got pregnant, I lost that baby. And it was one of the most painful experiences I've had. And so I've been in those moments where, life doesn't make sense sometimes. And so journaling out that pain is super important, because what happens is if you keep that pain inside, that is the energy that sits in you. And then that's what you attract inside and outside of you, is pain. Okay, so journal out the painful stuff. If you need to find like a certified counselor, therapist, and get professional help, I would recommend doing that. If that's something where the pain is too much for you to even handle on your own, I always recommend that you go to medical professionals. Hinduism is not against medical professions, nor is manifesting in any way, shape, or form. Science and spirituality can actually work together and should work together, and it's getting closer. But for now, anyways, make sure that you're digging out whatever it is that is hurting your heart, because you manifest what you believe. So 10 years ago when I was working on manifesting, I could manifest a parking spot, right? I could absolutely manifest a parking spot. But could I have manifested like $100,000? No, I wasn't at that level or that space yet, okay? The reason why I say that I'm a causer and I'm a co-creator, and that if you come to these sessions, you'll manifest faster, okay, is because I'm initiated to see through my guru's third eye. So I'm not, like, when you're looking at me, although you're seeing Claire as a body, the energy that I'm imbibing is that enlightened space of an enlightened master, okay? It's not a human being you're relating with, okay? I just want to be very clear on that. I cannot take any credit for any of the amazing things that happen and the auspiciousness and blessings that happen to everyone in these sessions, because it's not me. I'm initiated because there's one enlightened master on this planet, and he needs a whole bunch of people across the world to be able to introduce other people to the space and this science, because it's everybody's right to understand how to manifest for themselves, okay? Human beings are a seed of possibility. I say this all the time. You breathe, your heart beats, your body moves. Think about just even how we were created and what has to happen. Think about what your immune system does to keep you healthy. Like, that amazingness is possibility, right? So everything and anything is possible. Here's the bad news. You've created your life up until this point and you're completely responsible for it. The good news is that you're completely responsible for your life and you can change it, okay? So whatever you've created up until this point, you can change. So write it down. Number 2, journal out any of the pain that surrounds thinking about why you wouldn't be able to manifest those things, or why you wouldn't be able to even feel like it's possible, okay? All right. Then why are you here? I don't understand why, like, Pachich, why come? Like, no one gives an F about you. Go away. Sorry, peeps. Anyways. Okay. And there's no bad job. There's no bad job. There's only you did the best with what you had with what you knew at the time. This is where cognitions need to change. Okay, part of manifesting is changing your cognition. And changing your cognition means that when you go through the crappy hard stuff, should we write down our fears? 100%. Not only should you write down your fears, you should relive your fears, not remember your fears. Relive your fears. Okay? So for example, if you want to think about this space, what I do is I visualize my guru, right? And then I think about what it is I want to manifest, and then I see what comes up in my space and I write it all down, right? And as I'm writing it down, I am reliving it in my mind, which means I'm going back to the age, the year, the mental state of that time. Not me as an adult remembering when I was 6 years old. That's different. That's remembering and it doesn't help. Reliving is how you relive it. And reliving is, if you were 6, go back to when you were 6. Feel that space of the 6-year-old. Feel the pain of the situation that's happening to you. Let yourself cry. Let yourself get angry. Let yourself get scared. Let yourself get shocked. Let yourself get paralyzed. Let yourself get all of those things and relive it. That's how you relive it. Okay? So, write it down. Write down your doubts, self-hatred, self-denial, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, fears, and then complete with that. Completion means you now get to consciously choose and decide, is that me? Or is this what I want to be instead? And then that's when you do the, I'm going to be this, right? So for me, it's always, I am Paramashiva. So that's my powerful cognition always. I am Paramashiva. I am my enlightened master because I have that space. So that's the ultimate for me. Okay, for you, maybe it's I am a strong, intelligent, powerful person. I am an enlightened light being, right? Whatever it is, you need to start switching the incomplete thoughts with powerful cognitions. Okay? So yeah, I will upload this to YouTube after. Okay? And then you can rewatch it. Now, next. We've written it down. We've talked about the fears. Third piece. Visualization. Okay? You visualize what you want to create as if it's already happened. Brain science behind it. Oh my gosh, there's now another Darshan on. This one is Venkateshwara, which is the wealth Bhava Darshan. So if you're interested in manifesting wealth and you want to go see that Bhava Darshan on YouTube, then go see that Bhava Darshan on YouTube. You're not going to hurt my feelings. It's amazing. You should go watch it. Get wealth blessings. Okay, so visualization is the third one. You have to, it'll be the same thing. You'll just have to, again, look up the YouTube channel and then they'll be playing it on YouTube right now. Okay? Yeah, same channel. Maybe you double dip. You have like me here, computer there. Okay, so please don't feel compelled like, oh my God, Claire, I'm leaving you such. Please go do this. Go watch Venkateshwara, amazing wealth manifestation darshan. Okay, all right. I'll take a little sip. Vanessa, excellent point. Let me explain this. Okay, so when you visualize your reality as if it's already happening, okay, I know that it can have that self-doubt come up. That's when I need you to be ferocious. And I need you to say to your space, no, I'm not entertaining that. This has happened. This is it. This is my new reality. F off. Thought that doesn't align with what I'm trying to do. We're so used to having the self-doubt come up that you have to reprogram your space, right? So you absolutely have to reprogram that ferocious ability to say, no, I am not allowing you anymore. We're so used to thinking that it's unconscious and that we just have no control over it. It's not true. You have complete control over that moment to say no. So yesterday, I don't know if you guys caught my videos from yesterday, but I had like Hada McHaters all day, and like it was a really tough day for me. Normally I try and ignore all that stuff, but I had a rough day. And I went to go do my YouTube or my TikTok videos finally so late at night, because I know that there's some of you that wait for them. So I was like, okay, I don't want to let them down. I'll go do my videos. And I turned on the camera, and the first thing I thought was, wow, you look really ugly right now. Like, you can't go on camera. And I was so shocked that that's what came to my brain. And I was like, wow, like there's exactly what I'm talking about. You can be a seasoned veteran at this and still like that's the moment that happens. So in that moment, I'm consciously deciding, okay, you know what? I'm going to post this TikTok video and I'm going to explain to everybody what happened. Who wants to go admit on TikTok in front of a bazillion people that you think you look ugly that day? Like, no one wants to do that. But I did it because I'm proving to myself and telling myself that, you know what? Just like every other human, there's opportunities where you get to consciously decide, is that you or is that not you? So I could have just said, screw it, I'm going to bed, I don't look good enough. And instead, I said, no, I'm going to explain how I'm feeling, and I'm going to go and I'm going to say, and I'm going to do that video, even though that thought told me that I didn't look good enough to go do it. Okay, so that's why when you visualize, first of all, visualize as if it's already happening. Not that it's going to happen and that you're anticipating it. Visualize that it's happening right then in this moment using all of your senses. Feel it, see it, hear it, know it. The reason why is this. Thank you, Sarah, you're sweet. The reason why is this. Your subconscious brain, and this is scientific, your subconscious brain records absolutely everything. And it doesn't pick and choose. It doesn't say like, oh, this is a joke, I'm not going to record it. Oh, this is negative, I'm not going to record it. It records everything. So when you're visualizing, it does not know the difference between what your eyes are actually seeing and what you're visualizing in your mind. It's just a computer, it just programs. So if I'm looking out the window right now, subconscious brain is programming and storing that. If I close my eyes and I see myself looking out the window and now I'm going to have a bird fly in front of the window in my mind, and I see that happening right now, subconscious brain records it. Okay? So it records everything. That's why when you visualize as if it's already happening, it's so powerful, because it gets recorded, and the more times it gets recorded, the more it decides and the more it understands as a computer program, oh, this is what reality is. And then you will, some of you will be shocked, some of you won't be shocked, right? Advice on how to make $20 ASAP. I've been saving for a Diva cup because I can't afford. Oh, fair. You're so sweet. No! Are you kidding? That's not stupid at all. Okay, let's hold the space for $20. Okay, let's say within the next hour, okay? Next hour, $20, Diva cup. That might actually end up being in a sale, okay? If you download Honey, Honey, and search for Diva Cup, you might find a code that would give you a discount. There's also, yeah, look for a sale online is how it's occurring to me. Okay, but within an hour, let's manifest $20. Few blessings, tatastu. Okay, so your brain, the subconscious brain, is what creates your reality and your perspective and your version of the world. So the more times you show it your reality, it will start making things happen. Neural pathways start getting formed. Action starts being taken by you. You'll have thoughts that propel you towards doing what you want to be doing. And here is the, hold on guys. Give me one sec. Okay. Don't believe Nithyananda. Don't believe what he's doing. Okay, so here's what's funny. What am I asking you to do? I'm asking you to visualize your reality so you get what you want. Good Lord, that must be such a fake, fraudster, horrible human for, you know, enriching humanity. So funny. Like, what are you doing besides coming in and hating and getting in my face and annoying me? All right, so subconscious brain from 0 to 7, okay, from 0 to 7 creates your version of the world. Thank you very much for that, Manisha. Okay, it creates your version of the world from 0 to 7, and that's outside of your control, right? Because it's how you were raised, it's the culture you were in, the environment you were in, the country you were in, all the things that happened to you, that creates your version of reality. You've been living that version of reality your entire life. Unless someone's told you that you've been living that reality, it probably hasn't occurred to a lot of people that your perception has been based on the perception of a child. And that's why they talk about inner child work, and that's why they talk about, you know, going back to childhood so much, because that's the version of your world that you've been living over and over and over and over and over again. The same patterns that repeat in your life over and over and over. That's that 0 to 7. And the way to change that is to start reprogramming what you want to create as your reality. And doing that is a big chunk of visualization. Okay, visualizing as if it's already happened, because the subconscious brain is just going to start implementing that. Okay, so what you do, you write down what you want, you journal all the fears, and you journal all the pain, and you journal all the things, right? And then the third thing you do is decide, you know, after you decide that's not you, then you visualize what you want as if it's already happened. Okay, those are the 3 foundational basic steps of manifesting what you want. Now, here's my suggestion. Is for the next 7 days, I want us to try little things every day. Okay? I want us to try little things every day. So the classic one that you hear people do is, like, you know, you're driving and you want the best parking spot. Or you're going out shopping and you want the best deal. Like Diva Cup deal, that's an amazing start, right? Like, that's a really great way to start. So I'm glad you brought that up. Maybe it's that, you know, you want to have a great day with your boss that day. Maybe it's that, you know, in the next 2 days, you just miraculously want to lose 1 pound, right? So whatever it is, I want you to start doing little things that you're trying to manifest every single day. Because here is the basic foundational training that you would learn. So for example, I've done 3 hardcore initiated programs with my guru, okay? Where it's almost 24 hours a day for 3 weeks straight training on Vedic science and how to use Vedic science, all right? And everything is energy. Everything is energy. And when you understand that everything is energy and that you create your own energy and you output your own energy, as do others, then you can understand how to use energy to create what you want. Okay? So, the most powerful tool a human being has, and I want everyone to, I'm like getting closer to the camera, I want everyone to listen to this. The most powerful thing that you have that will solve 99% of your problems is your declaration. Your declaration is a decision. So for example, I wake up in the morning and I have a headache. Okay? I have 2 choices in that moment. I can decide, okay, I have a headache. This body has a headache. I'm going to stay in bed and I'm going to roll back over and sleep it off. I need some rest. Or the second option is I say, Claire, headache ain't no thing. Get out of bed, go do your life. That's it. Just get up and do your thing. Declare that you are strong and healthy and you're going to get through your day. And that's how you're going to operate with your life. So I did that. And that's a true story. That's what happened today. Okay, now I could have chosen number 2, and sometimes you have to. I'm not saying, don't self-care. Right? But what I'm saying is that it's totally your choice all the time, every moment, to decide what you want to do and who you are and what your life is about. So if you're driving and you want that parking spot, that's a declaration and decision. Life says tatastu. So be it. All life does is say yes. That's what life is. Life is here not to say no to you. Life is here to say yes to you. Whatever you want, life says yes to. So then it begs the question, well, Claire, why do I have things I don't want? Okay, if that's true, why do I have things I don't want, Claire? Why do I have this illness? Why do I have this injury? Why do I have this ass in my life, right? That goes back to because there's something that is in you as a blind spot that is part of your beliefs that you don't have awareness on, that is creating that reality. And that's the truth. So then the next question is, okay, how do I figure that out? So part of this Back to Basics program is how you start figuring it out, the journaling part. And the other part I always talk about is when you're triggered, when you're in a fight, when you're upset, when you get an emotional response to something, be self-aware and ask yourself the question, what is it that just happened? What am I physically feeling right now? And what are the thoughts that I'm thinking about myself in this moment? It's that thought trend that is the one that is probably the blind spot that is preventing you from moving forward with what you want to create as your reality. Okay? So, all manifestation is a decision. And understanding what you believe to be true and making sure that can you repeat that when emotions come up? So when emotions come up, when you're triggered and you're in a fight or something happened, right? When you're triggered, when you have strong emotions come up, you're in a fight with somebody, you get mad about something, whatever, I want you to stop and I want you to think, okay, what is it that just happened? Where do I feel it in my body? And what is the thought that I'm thinking about myself as I'm going through this emotion? Is it that I'm beating myself up over something? Is it that I'm feeling unworthy about something? Is it that I'm feeling insecure? Is it that I'm feeling judged? Is it that I'm comparing myself to somebody else? Okay, that's a good question. What about children that are born with some difficulty? Can we manifest for them? Okay, so here's where the religious bit can get some people. So I'm going to speak on behalf of Hinduism. Okay, so for those of you that are not Hindu and think that you have one life and you go to heaven or hell, this may not resonate with you, and that's okay. It doesn't have to resonate with you, all right? No problems, okay? You, from Hindu's perspective, you have many lives, okay? And you can come into this life with karma, okay? And sometimes karma, you've decided before you take your next birth that you want to clear this karma in order to get to that enlightened space, right? And in order to do that, you need to have this affliction in order to learn this lesson. So for example, I had someone that came to the ashram. It was parents brought their son to the ashram and he had autism. And they brought him to Swamiji because Swamiji's healed many things, many afflictions, many diseases. And brought the young boy to Swamiji, and Swamiji met with the young boy during Darshan and said, parents, sorry, but your son wants this experience in order to clear this karma, and I can't go against his free will, so therefore can't be healed. It's his decision. Okay, so there's things that we want to learn and lessons we want to learn in this life that will be born with certain things in order to do that. For example, I have a son, and he was blessed by my enlightened master with me and my husband before we ever had him. We both went to India. We sat in front of him and said, we want a son. Or not even a son, it was just we want a child, right? We want a child. He blessed us. And then the child we ended up having, my son, he has a very rare hip condition. Like so rare that we're in a research study because there's not enough data on this condition in order to understand it. And I thought, God, like, how is it that I am a disciple of my guru and, you know, my life's work is enriching other human beings, and, you know, I have this son with this hip thing. And it was actually my son when we found it when he was 3, so he was able to talk at that time. And he said, Mommy, I came here with this. And I was like, what? And he goes, I came here with this. Like this hip thing, I came here with this for a reason. And I was like, okay. And then I've never questioned him about it since. Okay. And he has like good days, bad days. But the point is that he's clear, even though I wasn't clear. So there's people asking me questions. Are you Hindu? I'm a practicing Hindu. I was not born Hindu. I'm a practicing Hindu. Who is behind me? That is His Divine Holiness, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Sri Nithyananda Swami. So, back to manifesting. We come in this life sometimes with things and lessons we want to learn. And that's why there are some things that we go through that we have to go through. Right? So we have to go through some things in order to clear certain things or to have lessons we want to learn that the brain doesn't know, but that higher space knows. Right? Okay. All right. So because you're asking in a respectful manner, HGO High 7, I'll answer you. Okay. Yes, there are a lot of news stories and YouTube videos and information that is in a very poor light of Sri Nithyananda Swami, okay? I am a disciple of his, an initiated disciple. I've spent 10 years of my life around this enlightened master, and unless you've been there and witnessed it, it's very difficult for any human being to say what their experience has been, yes or no. I can only speak to my experience. And in my experience, he's been set up, he's had deep fakes, he's been persecuted, I've been persecuted, we've had our monks beaten with stones to death, we've had him tried to be assassinated several times, they locked him in a hut and set the hut on fire. I've seen horrible things that they've tried to do to this enlightened master. So, yeah, there was a morphed video, a deep fake video of him in a compromising position with a female. That is not true, but why believe me? Why should you? There's no reason I can convince you, and I'm not looking to convince you. I'm just telling you my version of it because I'm actually the one that's been there, right? I've met the enlightened master. I've been in his presence. Sorry, just let me block a few people that are not being respectful. Okay. Human is a human, not a God. No, I don't believe that at all. I believe we're all God. So, yeah, I believe in enlightened masters. I believe in monks. I believe in Buddha. I believe in the Dalai Lama. I believe in gods in human form, including us. So better we believe in one God only. That is your version of it. My version of it is the universal energy is God, and I am a part of that energy. So we're all God. We're all God energy. And that's what it is. So I'm not interested in having a discussion on religion because that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about manifesting. So if you want to go find a religious group to talk about religion back and forth, then that's okay. All right. So, and no one gets to tell you what you believe in. So no one can tell me what I can believe, and no one can tell you what you can believe. And my only goal here during these sessions is to help us manifest our reality and make our lives better. So, and that's okay. You don't even have to respect what I believe. It's not required either. So, okay. All right. Back to basics again. Write down what you want to manifest. Journal out your pain about it. Visualize what you want to create as your reality. Tell other humans about it. Okay, so when you tell other people, you're accountable then for that manifestation having to become true. And what I also want you to do is to practice the little things. So for the next 7 days, I want us to practice the little things. So for all of you that were here for the last challenge that ended today, I believe now, is we did a 7-day challenge where we wrote down the amount of money we wanted to manifest and we put that under our pillows. And every night before bed, we would take that piece of paper out. We would look at the number that we wanted to manifest. And then we were also writing down what we wanted to, or we also wrote down everything that we manifested that day. Okay, but people will put me down and make fun of me. That might happen, yeah. So it's happened to me, and make a conscious decision, right? Make a conscious decision, which is, are you going to allow outside influences to dictate your self-esteem? Yes or no? I'll say it one more time. Are you going to allow outside circumstances and human beings to affect and run your self-esteem? Yes or no? Okay, you can decide yes, and that's going to hurt, or you can decide no, and you're going to be better off with that. But you'll also find that despite it, it still sometimes hurt, and that's okay. Just keep picking yourself back up. That's why this is a daily practice and a lifestyle. Manifestation's not just one and done, right? So, hi, vegan babe. Nice to see you. Wondering where you were. Late to the party, girl. All right. So, anyone in this group right now did the 7-day challenge? So I'll tell you guys what I did. I had a video on mine, but I wrote down $1 billion in 7 days. Okay, and I'm saying that to a lot of people on TikTok, and this video is going to be there. I did not manifest the $1 billion in 7 days. Does that mean I failed? It's more like a rhetorical question. Okay, so Irvavel did. Okay, so I did $1 billion, but I did not manifest $1 billion. Here's how I feel right now, and here's my space. I don't feel any negativity or disappointment about it. Okay? I do not feel any negativity or disappointment about it, because it doesn't mean it's over yet. I don't get to decide time or space. I put 7 days because I wanted to put 7 days, but I don't get to decide when the right timing is for that. That higher space knows that for me. I legit feel like a billionaire. I feel like a billionaire, that just money hasn't got there yet. And I don't worry about how the universe is going to make it happen or not. And does it have to be through the lottery? No. I know people that have manifested and have incredible wealth. I know these people, and I know I'm one of those people. So don't feel bad if what you didn't, if what you wrote down did not happen yet. See the word yet? Okay, just keep writing it down, keep working towards it, keep manifesting it. Have will persistence. Life will test you, but life will not let you fall. Life will test you, but life will not let you fall. Okay? So I know that I'm just at some level that is where I'm at right now. But when I looked down, and hold on. Yeah, lipstick, I will go through the steps again in 1 sec. Right? So yeah, you can't, writing a timeline down is helpful, because then you can at least have a goal that you're working towards. But I don't want the timing piece to make you feel like it's a failure, because it's not. Okay, it took me a year to manifest my first 100,000. So the first one I ever worked on was manifesting $100,000, and I wanted it in a lump sum, and I wanted it to be exactly 100K. And I didn't say how it had to happen, but that's what I was my first manifestation. And I did manifest it, and it was 1 year, almost to the day. And it was a lump sum, and it was $100,000. And then I did $100,000 for somebody else. And then I also manifested, what was it? $65,000. I've manifested $20,000. I've manifested last year 30,000. And it just, like, I can't even keep track of it. And I don't keep track of it. And the reason why I don't keep track of it is because it's a lifestyle for me. It's not a one and done and then all my problems are over. Because guys, you can manifest the exact amount of money you want. You know what? You'll pay off your debt if that's what it's needed for, or you'll get what you want. But then what? It doesn't change your being unless you're doing that work all the time and that you're working towards connecting with yourself as a spiritual being, as a human being. If you work and focus on that, wealth follows. Okay, how did I manifest? Doing exactly what I've told you guys. So, number one, I always say, go get a free initiation from Sri Nithyananda Swami. Go get a free Darshan, right? Anytime you can get on YouTube and see that enlightened being, do that as many times as possible if that resonates with you. If it doesn't, that's okay. Go and talk to your God, whatever God is for you, and connect with that energy. The reason why is manifestation happens from the space of oneness. Oneness means that you feel one with life. You know, when you go on a nature walk and like you look at the trees and you feel connected and it smells good and it's beautiful, and that space of oneness, you should feel that with everything. And that's the space of manifestation. So even in this space, like, I feel oneness with all of you, right? So how I manifest is always writing down, always going through my fears and journaling out and digging out why I feel the way I do about myself, taking responsibility that I have to change my inner space, not outside people. It's me that has to do the work. And then I make sure that I'm open and honest and tell people about it. I teach people about it. I give back to other people. And here is another thing that is super important that people forget. Because like I said, one amount of money manifestation and you paying something off won't heal your life as a human. It's not about that. It's about the process. Every single day I get up and think, how many humans can I enrich today? And I focus on doing that. And even though I go through this process, because I'm a teacher, I'm an acharya, okay, I'm a teacher, so I teach this, so I do the practice every day. But if you just wake up every day, write down what you want to manifest, write out your fears, visualize what you want as your reality, and then go out and just focus on how you can contribute to humanity. And it can be in how you do your job. Focus on, how can I help people in my job today? Right? If you are a stay-at-home mom or dad, okay, how can I be the best stay-at-home mom or dad for my kids today? Right? If you're single and you're Netflix and chill, okay, how can I be the best enricher of self-care for myself today? Right? When you put yourself out there every single day just to focus on how you can enrich life and engage with life, think about life as your best friend. And your best friend would not deny you anything. Your best friend wants to give you the best of the best, just like life wants to give you the best of the best. And it doesn't look at it and say, oh, this is good or this is bad. It just says yes. Tell it what you want, yes. This is what I want, yes. This is what I want, yes. Where people get confused, it's when you're manifesting suffering and you're not understanding, you're saying yes to suffering. That's the tough part, right? So I want to tell you a story about one of the craziest manifestations I've ever had. And it wasn't money related, but it was the first one that clicked for me. And this is where I want to tell you guys, do little things every day. Like, try and do little things. Parking spots, sales on things, food you want, you know, something you want to hear from another person, some sign you want from the universe. Practice asking for small things every single day so that you build your confidence level up. Okay? Because the more you believe, the more you manifest, because you manifest your beliefs. And you're not going to believe this right away. If you've never had success yet, why would you believe this? There's no reason for you to believe it. Some people are just more in the space of possibility and belief, but the majority of us, most humans need that proof. And you deserve that proof, and you should get that proof. And no one, nor myself, is ever going to say that, oh, just have complete faith and you should get no proof. No, get the proof. Okay? Does helping others help me manifest stuff faster? Yes. How do you believe? By imagination? Excellent question. So when you're doing the visualization part, right, I always say, as part of the meditations we do, visualize, imagine, or pretend. You know, when you were a kid and you could just pretend play all day and that was so real for you? You didn't need any outside thing. You just had a great time. You just pretended it happened and it was happening. That was life. And then we lose that piece, right? Society grinds that childhood innocence out of us. Okay, I'm listening to my son right now, and he's playing fake food, and for him, he's really cooking. Okay. So, as Yamanisha Neville Goddard, no, but I'll write that down. Okay, so we are our imagination. Yeah, that's a really good way to put it. Okay, so every day, small things I want you to work on manifesting every day. Okay? Oh, awesome. Good. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that, are on this wavelength, right? I'm always approaching it from Sanatana Hindu Dharma and Vedic science. Okay? So I am always focused from that angle of it, and whatever resonates best with you, use what resonates best with you, right? Okay, so for anyone that wants to know, okay, how do I manifest on your behalf? So how I manifest on your behalf is, even like all of you in this session right now, okay, you don't even have to type anything. You don't have to say anything. Just being there and looking at me is enough. And the reason why it's enough, it's not because I have some big ego. It's because I am an initiated disciple of Sri Nithyananda Swami. He's an enlightened master, which means that that energy is sitting through me right now. It's not me, it's his energy. You are talking to a human form. Yes, I trust Nithyananda on meditation 1000%, that I could lie at his feet, and if he said, Claire, slit your throat, I would slit my throat. That's the trust level. If you have a guru, truly, and you practice Hindu, and you're a Hindu, and you practice Hinduism, you never question the master. You never question the master. You just don't. You do not question the master. Master is enlightened. You're not. Why would you trust a human fool brain over a cosmic enlightened being? Okay, so never question the master. There's actually something I wrote down. There was one thing he said today, actually, on a satsang I was listening to, and I found. Okay, let's be clear. There's practicing Hindus, and then there's Hindus that are anti-Hindu. All right, and if you don't want to be here, then don't. Go to some other TikTok, okay? I don't have time. I have too much enriching to do. I was watching a satsang today, which is a discourse, okay? And he said, the biggest lesson that one of his gurus taught him early on in life, because he said, you know, like, how do I manifest wealth? Like, what do I do to manifest wealth? Like, people are always talking about manifesting wealth. Like, what do I do? And his guru at that time, he's had many gurus, but the guru at that time said, don't possess anything. You can have stuff, but don't possess it. And he says, so what does that mean? And he said, for example, let's say you have a piece of food, right? And you're eating a food, and a monkey comes along, right? And comes up to you and wants that food. Give the monkey the food. Don't possess things. If you're wearing a mala and someone comes up and sees that mala and says, oh, that mala is so beautiful, give the mala off your neck to that person. Don't possess it. And he said, because he was a child at the time, and he said, okay, well, what if it's one of my favorite toys that I want? Like, what happens then? Like, no child wants to give up the favorite toy, right? And he goes, here's the thing. By giving and not possessing, the universe will always give that back to you, will never deny. So you'll know that if you gave away your favorite mala, guess what? Your favorite mala, new favorite mala will come back to you. You have to trust that that's the cycle of not possessing. And I've had that, does eating garlic and onion and mushroom block third eye manifesting? I'm confused. Why though? Excellent question. So if you were an initiated healer by Sri Nithyananda Swami, okay, if you are able to touch other humans, like do hand-on healing, no, you are not allowed to eat garlic, onion, or mushroom. And the reason why is because of Ayurveda, okay? And mushrooms hold a biomemory just like meat does. So because mushroom is a fungi, it holds a biomemory. So any pain that it ever experienced, it holds just like an animal would hold. That's why we don't eat mushrooms. And for the onion and garlic, that just creates angry energy. Like, it's not gonna like harm you in any way, but it creates an angry energy. So we follow what's called the Sattvic diet, right? So Sattvic diet is, in the West, it's vegan because of the treatment of dairy animals. But if you were in India, you could have goat's milk, you could have cheese, like you could have dairy, but it's vegetarian, no mushroom, no garlic, no onion, no seaweed. Seaweed also holds biomemory. Do I know about Kundalini? Yeah, of course, infinite energy potential of the body. I have awakened Kundalini. I've seen people, what's the word I'm looking for, when they come off the ground. Someone tell me the word. You know, when you come off the ground, you're hovering above the ground. What's that called? Someone tell. Thank you. Levitate. I've seen levitation happen at the ashram. In order to be able to levitate, you have to have the ability to hold in the Kundalini energy so that your body becomes more weightless than the air and the gravity. So I've seen that happen. I've experienced mild levitation myself. Only an enlightened master. Okay, so that's not true. I had my Kundalini awakened through initiation with my guru, through my enlightened master. You can get awakened Kundalini, but it's long practice, right? You have to do a lot of cleansing practices. You have to do a lot of things to be able to do that. It's not easy at all. So for me, it's easy. When I was in India at the ashram for my first 21-day program, I had awakened Kundalini then. So he awoken to the Kundalini. I had that mild levitation experience where like the body just jumps, like it jumps and it's like uncontrollable jumping. There's also people that were right beside me and they were like sitting right up there, and it was like nothing for them. So super interesting. So one of the things that I wanted to tell you guys, the sunrise 15 minutes late, is that true? Yeah, so I've witnessed myself where I haven't seen the sunrise one, but I did see the one where he made it rain. So it was completely sunny out. There was no forecast for rain. And then we were asking him, like begging him. He doesn't like to show his own manifestations. And we said, oh God, please, we want to make it rain. Just please make it rain. So he says, okay, everyone go outside. We walked outside and it was like instant clouds came in, thunderstorm, rained. And that's blessings from Mahadeva when it rains. So anyways, yeah, super cool. So the first time I went to India, I went because I had severe depression. I had just gotten out of the hospital not too long ago. I had tried to commit suicide. I was in a really bad point in my life. I had panic attacks most of my life. Like I had a very difficult time at that point. And so I had ended up connecting with him as a guru. And the second I saw him, it was a picture of him. The second I saw him, I just instantly, like, that's who I need to learn from. This is what I've been missing in my life. Like, it's just when you connect with a guru, or you connect with an enlightened master, or you connect with whoever or whatever God is, right? Like, whatever connects with you. So I just instantly connected. And I was like, oh God, like, you're who I have to learn from. You're my teacher. You're my guru. You're my master. Like, whatever you say, I'll do. Like, you're who I want to be with. So I went to India. It was a 21-day program. I went by myself. I was petrified. I was terrified to travel to India by myself. I'm in Canada. So I went and I did a 21-day program. And what happened was, before I left on this trip, I packed like everything you could possibly think of in my suitcase for a third world country in my mind, right? Because I'm like, I'm pampered in Canada. I've never been to another country except for like the US. I have to be there for 3 weeks. Like, oh my God, what am I going to pack? So, I mean, I spent 3 weeks packing this suitcase, packing absolutely everything you could ever think of, not understanding that there's like stores in India and there's like malls in India and there's like normal cities in India, right? But to be fair, the ashram was 2 hours outside of Bangalore, out in the boonies, okay? So this whole luggage thing, like, oh my God, the amount of effort I spent packing this thing. So I get on the flight, I kiss my husband goodbye, and I land in India 24 hours later, and I land in the Bangalore airport, and I get off the plane, and I go, and I'm waiting by the luggage rack, and I'm waiting for my luggage, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. No luggage. So there was a baggage counter. So I went up to the baggage counter and I said, I'm missing my luggage. Like, is there another bag somewhere? So the baggage handler comes with me and we look around and we see this luggage that's off to the side, and we go look, and it's exactly the same suitcase, but not mine. Different name tag. So someone thought their suitcase was my suitcase and took my suitcase, okay? Now, it had like 3 locks on this thing, okay? Like, I locked this thing up tight, and I look at this suitcase. This one doesn't even have any locks on it, nothing. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, what am I gonna do? I'm in India. I haven't slept in 24 hours. I have nothing. Like, whose suitcases? Like, I don't even know the suitcases. So the airline said, sorry, ma'am, but most times in our experience when this happens, like, they'll come get their suitcase, but they won't return yours. Like, that happens all the time. So you might not be able to have your suitcase back ever. I can't promise you that. I said, I'm gonna be here for 3 weeks. I have nothing. Like, I have absolutely nothing. How am I gonna be in India for 3 weeks without without any things? And I was like crying. And this woman comes up to me, and she was from the West, and she says, is everything okay? Like, are you all right? And I said, no, I'm here to go to this guru's ashram. I need my luggage. This full luggage is not mine. I filled out a little ticket thing. And she goes, are you going to Nithyananda's ashram? And I said, yeah. And she goes, I'm going too. Why don't we go together? I'll take you. I just stopped for a bite to eat, so I'm late to the bus, because I had missed the bus that was supposed to take us there because I was dealing with this luggage. So then I was also stranded. So I fill out this luggage thing, and they said, listen, in the unlikely event that your luggage does show up, we will call you, and you'll have to come all the way back here to pick it up. I'm like, it's 2 hours away from the ashram, and I don't have anything. And they said, well, that's the best we can do. We'll call you if it shows up. So her and I left and went to the ashram. I got there at ended up in the ashram at 3:30 in the morning, and I was sleeping in a dorm of about, I don't know, there must have been 50 other people that were sleeping in this dorm. It was the women's dorm, and I didn't even have a pillow or a blanket or anything, but the lady that I went with was kind enough to lend me a couple things, and so I, took a little bit of a nap, and yeah, Magician Tarot, you, I haven't been paying attention to comments, so you decide, okay? You decide. You'll know in your gut. Okay, so I wake up, I go down to what's called the Welcome Center, and hello, loves, and I explained, listen, this is what happened to my suitcase. They're eventually going to call me. I don't have any stuff. What do I do? And she's like, well, we'll get someone to take you into the village and you can buy a few things. And I said, okay. So took a tuk-tuk and we went to the village. I bought a few things. Some lady came and helped me. And when I came back to my bunk, there was a whole bunch of stuff there. And I said, because the lady that I was bunking beside, she was in the room. And I said, where did all this stuff come? And she goes, people have just been dropping and donating stuff all day off for you. And I said, how did anyone even know? She goes, word travels fast around here. And I was like, okay. So it was so sweet. People that I didn't even know, that I hadn't even met. I'd only been at the ashram for 4 hours. People were dropping off, I had a toothbrush, someone had got me some soap. They were just dropping off their own things. And so anyways, I did 3 days of the program, just surviving on people's donation of things. And the point is that life gave me everything I needed in that moment. And when we got to our first opportunity to sit at the master's feet and have our own personal darshan, where I get to talk to him and I'm sitting at his feet, and he put his thumb on my third eye to awaken third eye, and he goes like this. And he goes, Ma, what do you want? Because he always grants a boon. When we have darshan, right, he always grants us a boon, which is like a gift. And he says, Ma, what do you want? And I said, I want my suitcase back. This is what happened, Swamiji. I came here with my suit. And before I could even finish, he goes, done, Ma. Tatastu, I'll get your suitcase back. And I was like, okay. So I left and I went into the next session. And I was just overwhelmed and crying a bit. And one of the ladies said, Claire, what's wrong? And I said, I can't stop thinking about this suitcase. And she got ferocious with me. And she goes, what are you still thinking about that for? She's like, you're in India. You've wanted to come to this program for so long. Everyone's giving you everything you needed. And you're still sitting there sulking about your suitcase? That's how she said it to me. And I was like, oh God, you're right. Idiot. What's wrong with me? Why don't I just enjoy what's in front of me? Fine. And then I declared and made the decision in that moment. Okay, I don't need the suitcase. I'll let it go. I will still have a fabulous time in India. So after that session was done, her and I walked to the Welcome Center. They always have good teas and drinks and all that. So I walk into the Welcome Center and I'm with her. And she stops. She goes, Claire. And I said, what? She goes, isn't that your suitcase? And I said, what? She goes, your suitcase. Isn't that your suitcase sitting by the Welcome Center door? And I said, no, they haven't called me or anything. I didn't even give them the address of this place. And sure enough, I look and it's my suitcase. And all the locks are on it. Hasn't been touched. I went up to the Welcome Center people and I said, what happened? I said, when did they drop off the suitcase? And they said, what suitcase? And I said, the suitcase sitting right here. And they said, no one's been in here. And I said, well, someone's been in here. The suitcase came. I said, no, security comes through here. Like, they can't get in. There's a gate here, a locked gate. No one has come in. There's no signing log. Look, nothing signed in the log. No suitcase. No one's dropped off a suitcase. So it was literally right after I asked for that boon and right after I made the decision that I didn't need the suitcase. And then magically appeared. And to this day, nobody has an explanation for how that suitcase got there, except for the ones of us that believe that that was the boon and he materialized that suitcase for me once I decided I didn't need it and learned my lesson. And that was the first lesson I ever learned about possession. And it was from that point forward that I knew I could manifest whatever I wanted if I made a clear decision. So that is my suitcase story, and that was the first sort of mystical experience I ever had, and I've had so many stories like that ever since. So anyways, thanks for, I don't know what made me share that story, but I wanted you guys to understand, like, it really is about, you know, when you just let go and let God. Let go and let God, and things take care. Okay. Are we ready for wealth manifestation? Yeah, Vanessa, that's a good question. Oh, thank you, Pradhan. Yeah, so basically what happens is I let everything go. Oh, Amit Pradhan, thank you. That's so sweet. You guys don't have to do that, but thank you. Very sweet of you. How I sort of decide is I just go through things and live my life, and whatever happens, happens. And I don't focus too much on lesson I'm supposed to learn versus something that I can complete with. If it is a lesson that I need to learn and it's still painful for me, I'm still going to journal it out. There's still things I'm working on. I just keep working on everything regardless for myself personally. Okay, let's do wealth manifestation. So go grab a piece of money, debit card, credit card, dollar bill, coin, whatever. So anything that symbolizes money for you, okay? I'm gonna grab my alchemy products. These are all given to me by my guru from the ashram, from his hand directly, okay? So this is everybody's favorite, kurma. Kurma is the one that manifests wealth. Even just by looking at kurma, wealth will manifest in your life. Also, what I want you to know is the reason why you can watch a TikTok video and have me manifest on your behalf through the guru is because of mirror neurons in the brain. Okay? So mirror neurons in the brain. If you were to be at the swimming pool and you were to watch someone swim and you were to hook up both brains to an EEG machine, you would see that the person watching the person swim, they will have the same brain wave frequencies and the brain would be lit up in the same place because of mirror neurons. So when I sit in this space and I manifest wealth for myself and all of us, you looking at me, which is actually looking at enlightened being, okay? Those same neurons mirror in the brain, and if I manifest wealth through how I use the brain, you manifest wealth by watching, and it's mirror neurons that happen, okay? That's the scientific explanation of what we're doing. Okay, so does everyone have a piece of money? Debit card, credit card, dollar bill, coin? Okay, and all you have to do is sit and hold that money. And what I'm wanting you to do when I have you hold what represents money for you, the reason why we do that is so that you can become more and more comfortable with it. And it gets more and more energized with positive, loving, manifesting energy. okay? And that it becomes more possible for you. So that's why. It's okay, receipt, that's fine, whatever, or even if you want to take a paper and write down a dollar amount and that represents money for you, that's fine. I just, as much as possible, I want you to get comfortable with money. Because like I've said before, I'm laughing because one of the swamis from the ashram just messaged me as I was talking, and she was laughing about how many people keep showing up on YouTube to watch the Darshans. And they're the abusers. And she goes, how many abusers are getting enlightened and blessed? These fools showing up in the video thinking that they're coming in and gonna give it to us, and then they get blessed by the master. How many people are we blessing just through these fool abusers? Same thing when they come in this session. They think they're coming in here to give it to me and that they'll tell me and set me straight, and then they get blessings from the guru. Allison, thank you. Sorry, that was so funny. She literally just messaged me that. Apparently they've had their own YouTube. Yeah, because I keep sending everyone over to YouTube too, right? I don't know what this is, but I just now picked up my debit card. Okay, fair. Great. We're manifesting wealth, my friend. We're manifesting wealth. So I want you to become comfortable with money. And the way we become comfortable with money, and the reason why we become comfortable with money, is because think of money and that energy like your friend. If you treat your friend poorly, and you tell your friend that you don't believe in them, and you tell them that, you know, you're never enough, and if you tell them that, you know what, I don't even think I'm worthy to have you in my life, then what kind of relationship is that going to be? Same thing with, oh, Samo Salini, hello, good to see you, missed you. Okay, so just in time for wealth manifesting. We must be on the same wavelength. All right, so what I want you to do is hold the money, and we want to start developing like a relationship with money, right? You be good to the money, money will be good to you. So you have to start thinking of it in a positive way, not a negative way. So when you hold something that represents money and we go through this wealth manifesting process, hi Nikki, then this is how we start to become more and more present and able to manifest. Woo, Toronto in the house. Hey, oh, thank you, Allison. She's like, Ma, put the Aushada on, put the kumkum on. See, universe tells me. Thank you. I love it when people are like, don't forget. Yes. So this is Aushada, which is the sacred, from Swamiji himself. He makes this Aushada out of herbs and fire ritual. Okay. This is my first time and I'm crying. Oh, it's bliss tears are a common factor in these sessions, not to worry. It's just you finally connecting with you. It's you finally knowing that you have connected with you. Yeah, the best way to remove money blocks is journaling and reliving memories that caused you trauma about money. Okay. All right. So, oh, and the chanting. Don't let me forget the chanting. I got to put the chanting on. Yes, we're getting all the things. I love that all you guys like know these sessions better than I do now. What would I do without you, my loves? I know I didn't do live yesterday and I missed you so much. Yeah, hold your lottery ticket. That works too. Okay. And then the other thing, so the other tips that I've shared, so just to go over the tips again while I get the music file going, and I will do a video with the tips after. Number one, write it down, what you want to manifest, and have it in a secret, sacred place, all the things that you want. Number two, make sure that you're completing and writing out any painful memories that you have about anything, but especially when you think about getting what you want. What is it that hurts your heart when you think about getting what you want? And why does that hurt your heart? And then the next thing is I want you guys to also start practicing on small things, asking for what you want through the day and seeing it happen. Other thing is visualizing as if it's already happened. Visualize your reality as if it's already happened in this moment. And then, like I said, trying those small things. And then any single time there's an opportunity where you have self-hatred, self-doubt, or self-denial, that you consciously choose to drop that thought and have a powerful cognition instead. Okay? What if you're not a believer but want to be? That's fair. Belief takes time, right? You've created your beliefs up until the age you're at right now. Think about all of the things that need to be undone in order to get to that place of belief, right? But what happens is through this enlightened energy, you get on the fast track and it just clears it so much faster. Okay, so don't worry. Every time you have that self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, then just choose a different thought instead. Okay, so for me, it's always I am Paramashiva, right? I am the ultimate. For you, maybe it's I am a powerful whatever. I manifest everything I want in my life. Like some sort of affirmation, I guess, is a good word to use. I don't use that word in my practice, but it's something that might relate to you. Have an affirmation available and ready to say every time you feel that doubt, because it's totally normal. And what starts changing the doubt is when you start, proof is in the pudding, right? Is when you start asking for those small things throughout the day and watching them happen. And then make sure you say thank you when it does. Having gratitude, helping other people, offering things to others, like all of that. Actually, I have something that I don't normally ask for things, but I do have a favor I want to ask you guys. But let's do this wealth manifesting first, because I don't want it to seem like I'll only do it if I don't want to ask before I give you guys what you need. Okay. All right. Here we go, peeps. So what I want you to do, hold whatever it is that's representing money for you and stare at my third eye and just hold whatever it is, debit card, credit card, dollar bill, coin, piece of paper written down with a dollar amount, lottery ticket, receipt, whatever, and stare at my third eye and visualize what you want as your reality. Okay, so whatever dollar amount it is, visualize that amount, look at my third eye. And that's all you have to do. Just sit and relax. Enjoy the space of manifestation and energy. And stare at my third eye. Think about what it is that you want to manifest. And stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest. And stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest. And stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. one more minute. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. And last time, think about what you want to manifest and stare at my third eye. Hope you enjoyed. That was like crazy for me. It must have been because of all the darshans going on today, because I was like somewhere else today, that's for sure. Like anytime I like go into that space, it's always super intense, but like that was really intense for me. Yeah, it was really intense. It was like so much energy was like landing in the system. It was really interesting. Yeah, so Fez 12, you were seeing the aura, like the strong aura. Yeah, strong aura. It was crazy today. Yeah, it really was. And like there was a lot of energy that landed, way more than normal. So I don't know. I think it's because there were so many darshans that were happening. Because even if I'm here doing sessions and there's a darshan happening somewhere else in the world, remember there's no time and space. So I'm still getting that darshan experience, the initiated experience, even when I'm not necessarily watching it. So yeah, I cried today. I only to be ecstatic. Yeah. Amazing. So I have no doubt that that was such a powerful blessing for all of us. So thank you, Shri Nithyananda Swami, for the amazing blessings. So yeah, like you'll see, you'll see all sorts of things. What was that song that I cried? That was my guru chanting. So that was Shri Nithyananda chanting. So yeah, amazing. So I have a favor to ask of you guys. I don't often ask for things, but there's something I do want. So, and you guys could help me with that. So I'm going to ask. So for most of you that do follow me or know, I started my own business finally after working for people for so many years. I decided to go out on my own, and all I would like is if you guys would like my my LinkedIn page. If you're on LinkedIn, if you guys could like my business page, I would find that such a blessing. So my website, just so that you can see it, it's consciousperformance.ca. This is my website. And oh, thank you for all the gifts, you guys. So sweet. And so on LinkedIn, if you search for Claire Lang and then Conscious Performance, I have a business page called Conscious Performance. My LinkedIn's down right now, so I can't show it to you, but maybe I'll put it in the comments on another video. Oh, thank you for all the flowers and everything. You guys are so sweet. But yeah, if you could like my business page, that would be amazing. And then I also wanted to get your thoughts. People are constantly asking me for private readings and private whatever. So here's the thing, okay? Because I'm an initiated disciple, my mission in life is that everything I do in this space with Swamiji is given freely, and it has to be free. Okay, so I cannot, nor would I ever charge for, you know, reading, healing, scanning, manifesting. Like that's not what our organization does. However, I was thinking the only thing that could be as a business practice is if you wanted to hire me as like a coach, right? So, but I want to be clear, I haven't thought the product through yet. I was just thinking like, how could I have a consumer version of supporting people through them in business, or even them through life as a mindset coach or something along those lines. I just want to be super clear. If you need a body scan, that's free. You need a third eye reading, that's free. You need a reading, that's free. You need well sessions, that's free. All of that is always going to be free. So it's really tough for me to figure out, how do I have a business that I can use in terms of coaching people and mindset for people and their performance at business, and have it not include this sort of stuff, right? Because like I can receive donations for the organization, but not for me personally. And I would never want to make money off of this, because it's not me. It's not me doing this, it's him. You guys are being blessed by an enlightened master, not by Claire Lang. Okay, Claire Lang is a great mindset coach of a Claire Lang. This is not Claire Lang, okay? So anyways, I just wanted to throw it out there, but what, because I'll never have enough time to do all of the free things I want to do, but I also need to make a living somehow with my business. So I just don't know what the consumer version of it looks like. So I will always, please continue to ask me for all of the free things that I do. As soon as I can get to you, I will. I'm sorry that it takes so long, because there's so many of us. I get like 100 requests an hour. That's how many requests I get. So I really try to weed through as many as possible and bless all the emails. So everyone gets a blessing. Just so you know, even if I haven't responded to you or given you a personal, I absolutely 1000% bless you. It's my responsibility as an initiated disciple to spend however long I need to during the day to make your guys' reality come true, and to listen and read your messages, because his third eye sees it. Okay, so yes, I will give you guys on my video post that you want a third eye reading, okay, when I do a video. Anyway, so if you could like my LinkedIn page, Conscious Performance. There's a German version, that's not the one I'm talking about. The Claire version has 2 orange C's, okay? So, and Mimi, to answer your question, Sri Nithyananda Swami is who is behind me, and that is my guru, that is the enlightened master, and that is who manifests on all of your behalves. Yeah, I know, everyone needs readings and help and assistance, and that's why we're here, and that's why I do this. That's why I came on TikTok, so I could reach more people and enrich more lives. Just please, please, please know that even if you don't get it like personally done, please know you're blessed, and that the blessings happen even if I don't get to you to write personally. Okay, I promise you it does. I make sure I read every single comment, and that I ask for blessing and create that space for every single person. Okay, I promise you that. I commit to you that. I have to be in integrity with my words. So, thank you, Rocket Queen. So yeah, maybe someone can think of like life coach is a good idea. Maybe that's something I can do, or maybe like a spiritual coach, but it has to be somehow tied to business in some way, or otherwise I can't see how I could not cross over. It would be almost impossible for me not to read at the same time, I'm in a bit of a unique situation. Anyways, enough yabbling about me. I never want this to be about me, and here I am going on about me. But Conscious Performance on LinkedIn, if you like that business page, that would be very helpful, and I would be very, very grateful if you guys were to do that. So thank you so much. I'm going to get emotional. I truly love every one of you so much. And I feel your beings, and thank you, Nikki, and I feel your pain, and I feel your heart, and you're not alone. And I know I'm just one human, but I'm here, and I love you, and I do this every day for you. So thank you for showing up and allowing me to enrich you. I'm always so humbled to be a part of your journey and a part of your day, and thank you. And I just really, truly, I get healed through all of you. And I just thank you guys so much for all these roses and presents. Come on. It's going to make me cry harder. So I love you so much, and thank you for letting me be a part of your journey. I will post, oh my gosh, all these roses. I get so embarrassed. Oh goodness. Anyways, I will do a video right after this one that explains the basic steps of manifestation so that we all can have them, and then you guys can comment on that video what it is that you want me to manifest, what reading you want, and I will do my best to get to all of you. Okay, thank you so much. I love you. Blessings to each one of you. Truly love you so much. And I'll also post how you can get Third Eye awakened and initiated by my guru as well in the comments of that video too, so that everybody can share and get initiated. Okay, I love you guys. Blessings. Tatastu for all of your manifestations to become reality. Okay, love you. Bye.